Right, whatever this lands on, I'm going to watch if I haven't seen it already. Shrek? No, not Shrek. Troy. I've never seen Troy, so that's going to give me an excuse. Okay, let's see where I can find Troy. Okay, Troy is a 2004 war movie. It's on Stan, Netflix, Paramount Plus, Amazon Prime, YouTube, and Google Play. I'm already on Stan, so let me find Troy. And is that Brad Pitt? Cool. Alright, let's find Troy to watch. Alright, there it is, under Tropic Thunder. Come on, where's my... Thank you. I'm gonna give Troy a watch, because I've never seen it before. I know very little about it. I've heard of the Trojan horse. So is it, in this epic deception of assault on Troy, Trojan prince Paris abducts the legendary Greek beauty Helen, queen of Sparta, starting a war by Achilles and Hector that devastates the ancient world. This is to do with the Trojan horse, right? I'm gonna press play. I know very little about Troy, so we're gonna learn and be educated. This is gonna be interesting! Can I just say how much I love scenes like this? Like, you don't get to see them very often in movies, but just look at all the extras they would have had to find for them. And you know, when you see a scene like this, it's going to be so bloody and gory and so intense, because, like, damn, that's a lot of intensity right there. The battle of battles, man. So, I don't know, I always get very icky about them because of the violence, but I always think it's so beautiful. They just set the right mood. So they got this big guy that looks like Stone Cold Steve Austin when he's not paused, right? Right? He's this massive dude. See, he's massive, right? And he's fighting a guy like Brad Pitt. You already know what's gonna happen because the story is about Achilles, right? And not some guy that looks like a stick. Right? So, like, I get annoyed with setups like this. Because you look at the setups and you're like, the whole story's about Troy, which is about Brad Pitt. But you're supposed to make us believe that he's going to lose against this guy that looks like Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's why I get annoyed at scenes like those, because we already know Brad Pitt's going to win. But also, am I learning Greek history through a TV movie? Yes, I am. I also know very little about Greek history, so if Greek history is wrong in this, my apologies, because I know very little about any history predating the 90s. Yeah. Anyway, back to the movie. Why does Elena Bloom look CGI'd? And oh my god, Brendan Gleeson! Yes. But see, he looks like he's CGI'd. That's Banner.
Between Troy and Sparta.
Brendan Gleeson.
The gods keep the wolves in the hills and the women in our beds.
Give us Elena Bloom, dudes. See, he looks CGI'd, and I don't know why. Like, I know Elena Bloom was once someone who was younger than 50, but for some reason my mind is not computing, and I'm like, they've de-aged him. But I know they haven't de-aged him, because in 2004 he literally looked like that. But my mind is like, no, this guy's de-aged. This is what technology has done to the audience members. We can't believe the truth because of technology. And it sucks. So I'm sorry, Elena Bloom, for thinking you're de-aged. Even though you're probably not. Because I don't think de-aging technology existed in the early 2000s. So there's been 2 nude scenes in this movie so far, and I'm like 12 minutes in. The first scene is Brad Pitt as Achilles surrounded by 2 naked women. And the second scene is Elena Bloom about to get naughty. And both scenes, they have naked women. Like, full-on naked women. But I've realized that this movie chooses blood over boobies. And I'm not mad, because it's a rare thing to happen. But normally, when you watch a period piece movie, they choose the boobies over blood. But this movie chooses the blood, and it's only 12 minutes in. And it's a really interesting observation to make, because they're really respectful of nude scenes, particularly when it comes to women. And I'm like, that is very rare in any movie, particularly one that is, you know, known for like a time when nudity was probably normal. I'm only 23 minutes in. And oh my god, this feels like a long ass movie. I don't know how I'm gonna make it through the remaining 139 minutes. Alright, I'm gonna keep pushing through. I can do this. I don't quit on movies. I can do this. Please tell me it gets better. I have to admit, even though I'm 34 minutes in and it's incredibly slow for my liking, it is a very beautiful film. It's shot on location and it reminds me of big budget films that were made like in the early days of film. You know how they just go over the top and bigger and better. That's what I'm getting here. And there's also a lot of good names. I mean, we've got Orlando Bloom, Eric Bana, Brendan Gleeson, and Rose Byrne. Damn, that's pretty good names in here so far. I mean, you got Brad Pitt as well. So is Mr. Pitt. But like, the production design on this is so beautiful. I could like marry it. And I only say that when I generally like the production design, but like, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. So regardless of what I think of Troy, because I'm just about done and I still find it very boring. Regardless of whether this is fictional or not, I have realized that battles have always started because of women. She doesn't want to marry him, there's a battle. She can't have kids physically, she can't have kids, battle. She runs off with another man, battle. It goes to show how much women are like owned by men, and it's just like, don't know why that's taken me 28 years and a bunch of history lessons to realize that, and a movie that I'm ending up hating makes me realize that in like 2 hours. So men need to stop thinking with their dicks, just saying. But turns out they've been doing that since the dawn of existence. Ew. Okay, so I finished watching Troy. I still find it incredibly boring, and I'm pretty sure it's inaccurate. It says it's inspired by Homer's The Iliad. Again, I know very little about Greek mythology or history, whatever, but I do know that some of that was just used as like inspiration, I guess. But yeah, like I said, I find it incredibly boring. Like I said earlier in the video, I got like 12 minutes in and I was like, I'm done already. But it is very pretty. Set design, costumes and all that are very good, and like you can tell that they went for the pretty people, because like pretty people. But yeah, it's just, the only upside to this filter is it's making me watch films I probably wouldn't have thought twice to watch. Downside to this filter is I get bored. So